I think यहाँ पाकिस्तान में ज़्यादा हुआ. Then she wanted to play around first and waste a lot of time.
नाम बताना मना है
You, me and a cup of tea.
सही है. सऊदीया में काम करके पाकिस्तान आने के बाद कैसा लगा आपको?
हाँ?
ये किस ब्रांड की लगी? ये था चैलेंज.
Target audiences different होते हैं, dynamics different.
Hi everyone, this is Sethia Hassan, co-founder BMLH, and I am back again with yet another exciting episode of BMLH Studio, the award-winning marketeers podcast. हमें आज बड़ा शर्फ बख्शा है हिरा आसिफ ने, जो इनके पास है इंटरनेशनल एज वेल एज लोकल मार्केट का एक्सपीरियंस. शी हैज़ बीन एन हार्डकोर FMCG प्रोफेशनल एंड वी आर एब्सोल्युटली थ्रिल्ड टू हैव हर. हिरा, वेलकम टू BMLH स्टूडियो.
Thank you. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. क्या हाल है आपका?
बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक. आप बताएं कैसी हैं?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. Thank you for having me.
Likewise, it's a pleasure for us. कैसी गुजरी है जिंदगी?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत अच्छी.
Zabardast. So our audience would like to know a bit more about yourself. How has your journey been so far as a marketer?
I think so far the journey has been full of experiences and learning. And I've been very blessed, to have been privileged to work at one of the best FMCG companies in Saudi Arabia as well as in Pakistan. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
सऊदीया में काम करके पाकिस्तान आने के बाद कैसा लगा आपको?
Yeah, to be very honest, having been grown up over there, then education वहाँ पे जो मेरा first job experience था वो शुरू के 5 साल मैंने वहाँ किया. उसके बाद जब पाकिस्तान move हुए तो it was a very different experience. I think culture in terms of work environment as well as ethics and whatnot is completely different.
अच्छा कौन सा लगा आपको?
दोनों ही अच्छे हैं, दोनों ही I can identify and resonate with both.
So Hira, our audience would like to know more about yourself. How has your journey been so far as a marketer?
Yeah, Allah ka shukr, the journey has been super blessed. I've been very blessed. It's been full of good experiences, very enriching. I think I've been privileged to work at one of the best FMCGs in the world, in Saudi Arabia as well as in Pakistan. So, been great.
नाम बताना मना है उनके?
So yeah, आगे आ जाएंगे. चलें.
जबरदस्त. So since you have mentioned कि you have worked in various FMCGs nationally, internationally, any of the challenge or humor situation that you get call off with your ex bosses या कोई shoot करते हुए या कोई event में कोई मजाक मस्ती?
I think यहाँ पाकिस्तान में ज़्यादा हुआ. अल्लाह का शुक्र, I've been blessed to work at Unilever and companies like Viscon, Smile Industries. So because यहाँ पाकिस्तान में we are much more like casual and friendlier. तो बहुत मज़ा आता है once you're on the set and doing ad shoots and ad campaigns. एक बड़े मज़े का किस्सा ये हुआ था Viscon के shoot पे. We were shooting for chocolate chip cookies and we had a child star and we were shooting with Hiramani. And as humble and accommodating Hiramani was, the child star became a little bit of a challenge for us. And the funny bit was कि उस बच्ची को control करना, having her to get to say the lines, and we were shooting 2 commercials in a day. And by the time, we got to her part, she completely refused and threw tantrums. And it was 12 a.m. We were at FMCG Studios. And I think one of the producers or the directors were like, at 12 a.m., he's like, we need another talent. And I was me and this other person on the brand, we were like, that cannot happen. So, having to control that child, she's super cute. I can give you a picture, you can show it as a reference later. But she was literally lying on the floor and throwing tantrums, and she wanted some things and she wanted to play around first and, waste a lot of time. But then I had to really tell her, tum ye kar do, I will get you this. And she wasn't even listening to her parent or the guardian on the set. So इस तरह के experiences होते रहते हैं.
तो आप बच्चों को अच्छा पटा लेती हैं?
मैं बच्चों को बहुत अच्छे से handle कर लेती हूँ. You need to have a kind heart for that.
Good, see. चलें, ज़बरदस्त. So, Hira, I'll be asking you as many questions as I can in 1 minute. This is our rapid fire round, and you need to be as quick as prompt as you can be. Your favorite boss so far?
Zia Farooqi Goody, hands down. I think the whole world knows it so far. I've talked about him at every job.
Your favorite book?
Goody, sir. I really like this book by Nina Godiwala. It's called Suits. It's about a female and and Persian Indian ethnicity wali female who is who ventures into the stock market. So I really like that.
Your favorite marketing jingle?
Chai chai kaun si jana?
कौन सी चाहिए?
Lipton. Always.
टपाल वाले अगर नौकरी दे भी रहे होंगे ना, सोच भी रहे होंगे तो अब मिलेगी नहीं. सही.
वो आगे मिल जाएगी, आगे रखा.
So your favorite marketing jargon जो होता है, आप एक word आपको बहुत पसंद होता है marketing का जो आप बहुत use करते हैं?
I think I really use there's so many. I mean,
2-3 बता दें आप.
Vendor,
1 मिनट खत्म होने वाला है.
consumer, customer, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. So many.
चलो, जबरदस्त. So our next round is in which we will make you lost in transition. So I'll be throwing towards you a lot of taglines. ठीक है? Either they will be in English, you need to translate them into Urdu, या वरना उर्दू में होंगी तो आपको इनको इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट करना है. So दाग तो अच्छे होते हैं.
Surf Excel.
नहीं, आपको ट्रांसलेट करना है. ब्रांड तो मुझे भी पता है यार. ट्रांसलेट करें, दाग तो अच्छे होते हैं कोई इंग्लिश में.
Stains are good.
खुश रहो.
Stay happy.
ब्राइट सब ब्राइट कर देगा.
All will be good at the end.
कैंडी में वो खास मिठास है जो किसी और में कहा.
There's nothing like candy.
फिंगर लिकिंग गुड.
आप उंगलियां चाटते रह जाएंगे.
थिंक डिफरेंट.
अलग सोच.
तुम ही तो हो.
Only you.
थैंक यू. मेरे लिए कह रही हैं?
Yes. You're the only brother.
Good things at work.
Good things at work. Work environment colleagues.
आपको पता है ये किस ब्रांड की टैगलाइन है?
हाँ?
ये किस ब्रांड की टैगलाइन? ये था चैलेंज. आप जिस जगह बैठी हैं आपको इस ब्रांड की टैगलाइन नहीं पता? यार ये देख लें इनके साथ जो है ना, फिर आपको एग्जिट पे रोक लीजिएगा इनको. सही है. So coming towards our next round, this is basically our mystery bowl, a mystery box. There is a bowl in front of you. You just need to pick 2 chits out of it.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Let's see. Global office world. Okay.
यार ये sponsored ना हो जाए.
मैं कोई और ले लूं. जो और कोई निकाल. Kebabjis. So
as a marketer, if you were to ever co-brand Global Office World with Kebabjis, how would you come up with a campaign?
Whatever I have experienced of Global World from coming up till now, because you haven't been kind enough to give me a tour, so I can only say that I'll be able to approach them more B2B, because I think this is what Global World is, right? It's not for consumers, it's for customers, right? As a marketer, you would know. And for that, I'll have to approach them and we'll say, we'll furnish it for you and we will design the whole outlet for you. And
but कोई campaign अगर निकालनी हो Kebabjis को Global Office World के साथ collaboration में?
Food and comfort together.
Food and comfort together. Good see. So since you have been extensively working towards FMCG brands, you must have done a lot of events also. Any challenge or funny moment from any of the events that you can recall of?
I think a funny event would be at one of these events. We hosted around in 2018, I think one of the first MasterChef sort of a competition we used to do for chefs at Unilever Food Solutions. And we would go city-wise and do it. And उसमें एक incident ऐसा था. But there was a very renowned chef who had requested to, we had asked them not to bring in anything extra because obviously judging panels and everybody needed to have synonymous or the same sort of spices or equipment, and because it really matters. So that particular chef insisted कि वो अपने खुद के tools जो है वो use करेंगे. And since it was my first job when after landing in Pakistan, we had someone, we had Chef John who had flown in from UAE from the head office and few other chefs. I mean, it got a little challenging for me to handle because he wasn't listening. But at the end of the day, we really had to humor him and say, could you not use it? And it became...
ऐसा क्या हो रहा है कि लोग आपको सुनते नहीं हैं? पहले वो बच्ची नहीं सुन रही थी, अभी शेफ नहीं सुन रहा, मसला क्या है?
I think I'm just super nice and super sweet.
People don't take you seriously?
People been, taken for granted, I think would be.
So how did it work out towards the end?
I think he was a little upset because his food wasn't selected. We went with someone who was a little less experienced than him, who actually won that preliminary round. And he was very upset because he had been like a star
तो
chef.
ये नहीं हुआ कि यार अगर दोबारा इस शेफ के साथ काम करना पड़ा तो फिर कैसे करेंगे?
I think फिर वो relationship maintenance की तरफ आ जाता है और stakeholder management की तरफ आ जाता है. So we had really good relationships with him, and UFS itself had very good relationships with him. तो वो कोई इतना मसला नहीं हुआ. But we have to handle him and, be very agile as well as comforting towards him professionally and tell him that, we're sorry, but we had to be, and we had to make sure that he's not offended. And obviously because, with UFS, chefs are our target market. You have to make sure they keep coming back and keep choosing your product versus competition. So, that we had to make sure कि बस वो बुरा ना मान जाए because he was a guest at the end.
As a marketer, कोई recent campaign जिसने आपकी eye catch करी हो?
There's so many. I think our country is so talented. Like I was looking at Kapal, the campaign where recently in 2023, they, it was always about togetherness. And I think they've rephrased it. So the recent ad that I saw a couple of months ago, they were showing friends coming together, showing bond of people coming together. They were showing an RJ having having tea at the station. And at the end, then they showed this husband-wife relationship, which was a typical thing. But I think it's evolving, and the concept of togetherness is coming in a much wider meaning versus how it used to be.
तुम में और एक कप चाय?
तुम में और एक कप चाय.
इसको कैसे translate करेंगे आप?
English में? You, me, and a cup of tea.
सही है. So
over a cup of tea.
Over a cup of tea, सही है. So any marketing trend that you foresee कि यार जैसे आजकल चल रहा है तो कब तक चलेगा, या आपको फ्यूचर में क्या लगता है कि what are some of the trends that will emerge within marketing?
I think recently the whole trend of AI and AI generated content, I feel, is going to go ways and go ahead. I mean, all of us, you should know how to use that medium, because काफी दफा ये होता है कि जब आप AI use करते हैं, especially as a marketer, you always need that human connect with your target audience. And if you know how to prompt instructions right, then you do get the exact kind of content, whether it's a presentation, whether it's content for social media, or it's an image that you need. So there was this, there's so many platforms that are coming up, which I feel will replace one another. So this might go out of market and the other one will come in and will take over. So I feel it's going to change the world. It could be challenging. A lot of marketers feel this will replace.
So what is the trend that you have been foreseeing when it comes to marketing, which will emerge in near future?
I think AI generated content, ChatGPT. There are so many other platforms coming up. Mid-Journey, we were talking about it a while ago. So I think Mid-Journey has come up recently, and it has been a trend setter. And it has replaced, ChatGPT के through जो भी हम content create कर रहे थे, images create कर रहे थे, वो बेहतर तरीके से इसके through आ रही हैं. So I believe this will go.
आपने मुसव्विर AI try किया? मुसव्विर AI ये try करें. One of the finest platforms if you need to create images. आपको वो एकदम Superman बना देगा.
नहीं करे वाकई.
मैं बता रहा हूँ.
Great, I'll definitely.
You need to try it out. और हो सकता है अगर अरसलान भाई हमारी देख लें तो वो हमें दुबई मार्केटर्स कनेक्ट में स्पॉन्सर भी कर दें, तो इसलिए लाना ज़रूरी था. तो खैर, so you have switched 3 to 4 jobs in various categories. जॉब स्विच करने के पीछे आपकी क्या लर्निंग हुई, क्या एक्सपीरियंसेस थे? why whenever you think of switching a job, क्या होता है आपके दिमाग में?
I think obviously as a person who wants to, life, Sohaib, is very unpredictable. And we all know this. And the country that we are right now is also very unpredictable. But at the same time, agar mujhe lagta hai as a professional, you get a better opportunity and you get to learn and expand your horizons, then why not? Because I believe every assignment or a job opportunity or an opening that you go into an industry is always like you learn something new and you come out of it like a better person, a better professional. Because आप अपने colleagues से भी सीखते हैं, आप अपने bosses से तो खैर बहुत ही सीखते हैं, but you also learn something new. So, and moreover, you learn about yourself as a professional, like what you can and cannot do. Because हमें तो लग रहा होता है क्यों marketing ही तो है, 4 P's है, 8 P's है, 6 P's है और हम हर जगह उसको fit करेंगे और चल, आगे बढ़ाएंगे. But that's not how it goes, it's very different. You really, target audiences different होते हैं, dynamics different होते हैं. So you really need to, after a while, I feel जैसे अब I would love to stick to FMCG because I know that's where I thrive. More than that, that's what I love. So I think that would be my.
ठीक है. तो FMCG में जो brand marketers होते हैं, brand managers हैं, so they are very closely working with the sales team also. Majority of the sales teams, अब तो खैर diversity inclusion की वजह से a lot of girls are also entering into sales departments like supply chain, logistics, even in engineering जो plant पे होता है. But still, if we talk about in today's age, majority of the sales team are male professionals. So how do you feel like working in such a male-oriented culture या organization जब आपको sales team से हर वक्त बात करनी पड़े to drive the sales?
I think as a marketer, and you would completely agree with me, if you don't have your sales team on board, your campaigns are not going to work. If they're not on board and they don't agree with your ideas, because at the end of the day, that is what is our main KPI, right?
Yeah.
So I feel having them included since not a very first stage.
Have you ever yourself felt excluded?
With sales, no, I haven't, because I think Alhamdulillah, I've been very blessed because मुझे हमेशा campaign design करते हुए sales से ही ज़्यादातर, at least in Pakistan, insight आती है कि हमें, we're facing challenges, we need a little bit of support. Or in some places where if I am designing a campaign with a team or something, we do take their input कि, ये market में चलेगा, is the market very ready to accept this? If especially because, in marketing, you keep experimenting with different things. So, yeah, I think...
So, if for example, if there is a young female marketing professional and if she is facing some sort of challenges, so what are some of the tips or advices that you would like to give to her from your learning curve कि जिससे उसके लिए ज़िंदगी आसान हो जाए?
I think for any girl or a boy or any individual who's trying to enter marketing or any business related field, I think believe in yourself would be my biggest advice. Because जब आप कोई भी a profession join करते हैं and you start working at a new place, you're very nervous. It's natural. And even if you're not showing it, you are there. So once you believe in yourself, you make a believer out of everyone, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, or in your friend circle, or your professional circle. That is one, and the other one is please stay humble. Because ये जो हमारा Gen Z चल रहा है आजकल, so I think stay connected to your roots and stay humble. It takes you way ahead.
Do you think Gen Z don't stay humble?
I'm not saying that they don't stay humble, but I think एक trend आ गया where we feel, hey, we can say whatever we want and get away with it. And be a little bit, उसको हम friendly, उसमें हाँ चलता है, कह दिया मैंने तो क्या हो गया. I think culturally also I feel that needs to stay. This is my personal take.
वो भी यही कहते हैं हम किन से बात कर रहे हैं यार.
हाँ ये तो बहुत strict है.
समझ ही नहीं आती है.
नहीं वो भी सही है तो वही तो that's exactly what I mean by staying humble. अगर उनको समझ नहीं आ रही है तो find a way to make sure that they understand what you're saying rather than मैं तो कह दिया और आप नहीं समझे.
सही है. तो मुझे बताएं कि how has your journey been so far with BMLH?
I think I was recommended, I think during COVID, a friend recommended that I join this group, and I had recently left Unilever and I was finding ways to stay connected to marketing and individuals and network a little bit. So I've had an immense journey. I think I found a brother and a friend. More than that, I, my last job assignment, that was a lot of help also. And, we help chahiye hoti hai. You need someone's contact, you need a research report, you need to learn something, or, at times we're even taking advices of we should or shouldn't work at a certain place. And then somewhere I read were like 700 people.
कंपनी का नाम लेके मेरा नहीं बता होना चाहिए था कहाँ पे.
नहीं, फिर सोएब या ताहा बीच में आगे कहते we can't talk about places, but वो बातें हो चुकी होती है now, and then everybody knows where to go and where not to go. But I think it's a really nice platform. It's an amazing place where, again, cultural ethics and everything else is kept in place. Everyone is respected. And I think sabki help ho jati hai in a lot of ways, whether you need a connection or a contact. So hardly koi aise formal sort of mediums the Pakistan mein jo maine personally dekhe hain, who are pro bono basis pe. So I think it's an amazing initiative.
Thank you so much. I still remember Baria had asked me to add you in the group, and you have been one of the founding pillars of BMLH. And recently, thank you so much for helping Taimur out also, who was needing to look after some agencies in Saudi. So that is what we all have been doing. We all are trying to help each other in whatever domains we can. Journey भी BMLH की ऐसे ही start हुई थी. You also attended BMLH Marketeers Connect. So how was your experience that day?
Again, great networking event. I met a few people that I had worked with previously in Unilever long time ago. So वापस connect करके refresh हो जाता है. Then again you remember those names and they remember you. फिर आगे जाके जैसे agencies होती हैं या people from Zabest, because we've been on the judging panel together, and I've made friends through that networking circle as well.
उन फ्रेंड्स के नाम ले लें आप.
बहुत जिनके नहीं लिए वो बुरा मान जाएंगे, और जिनके ले लिए वो appreciate हो जाएंगे. But I think everybody knows this Jawad. There's so many others. There's you. There's Taha. There's so many others that I've met. But there are already so many people that are already in the group as well that I knew from before. So वो एक, again, if you know someone who's already in the group, तो वो एक और believer बन जाता है कि there's someone that I already know.
So we have also initiated our UAE wala group, UAE and KSA. So we wish you all the best with this, and we hope कि आप हमारे साथ ऐसे ही करती रहेंगी. And if by any chance you can make it to UAE when we are hosting our Marketeers Connect there, so please do join us.
It will be an honor.
Chalo.
Thank you so much.
So any message for all the future leaders? You have inspired a lot of people. कोई मैसेज देना चाहेंगे कि आप क्या करें, कैसे करें, अपने करियर में कैसे थ्राइव करें?
जैसे मैंने कहा, believe in yourself, be super ambitious, sky's the limit, challenge the status quo always, and try to do things in a better way, and by helping each other. I think working together, this is what we need as a country, and this is what we need as a fraternity, and kudos to you both for doing this.
Thank you so much.
So all the best to everyone, and all the best to you guys.
Zabardast. Believe in yourself and challenge the status quo. Sky will be the limit for you. Thank you so much, audience, for watching this another episode of BMLH Studio. We had Hira Asif with us. This is your host, Sohaib Hassan, signing off.